And I needed to have my own voice, and so I went back to the very basics of what's important to me. I knew nature was one of the most important things, but I'm not a literal translator of nature. I did that in my photography. I was a professional photographer for 25 years, and when I did artwork as well as the commercial work, it was, nature, hand-colored, manipulated, digitally and manually manipulated photographs, things like that. And I'd been there with the literal, done that with the literal. I felt that the most cathartic, most profound times I had in working with polymer were times that I stopped thinking and I just let stuff happen. Things started to happen that I didn't anticipate, but I was ready to accept. And suddenly I felt like I was arriving at that, really divine, I call it divine experience, and the real expression of what's going on in my soul. The first wavy bangle I made, something clicked. And I realized that what gets me excited are, yes, I love to watch a spotted salamander crawl around the first time it comes out in the spring and, hauls itself over snow and works its way over to the slowly melting pond in the woods. Okay, that excites me. But I'm not going to make a literal, interpretation of that because it doesn't really do anything for me. What I wanted to do was to get down to that kind of dream impression of, like, how does that salamander make me feel? I'm in love with the spots. I'm in love with the undulation of the body and the wiggle and the tail and the, the way that it looks like it would feel if you touched it. It's that kind of, that part of the part that's touching my soul of the animal that when I stopped thinking began to be able to come out. And it's hard to say how I did it. All I know is that I gave myself permission. I let go of outcome, and that's, I think, the hardest thing for all of us to do. Let go of outcome, be in process. And quite frankly, when I got sick with fibromyalgia, that was one of my biggest hurdles. In order to relieve stress, I had to let go of outcome. I don't always have in my mind what's coming out until it's done. My hope is that whenever I teach or share or communicate with others about my work, that they get inspired in some way, or it might be, hopefully it's infectious in some way, that people will say, yeah, I deserve this time. I deserve to shut the door to my room where I'm going to work, and between this time and that time or whatever, nobody should interrupt me unless the house is burning down. This is my time, and I'm going to give to myself.